Yo, yo, yo. One, two, three in the place to be. Should play your partners from the bottom of the map.
On the bottom of the map,
It's your dog Israel.
Ike Hayez in the place to be.
You already know what time it is. We're about to get into another big weekend college football. This is week 7. It's gonna go down. We're starting to get into the thick of things. That college football playoff is starting to shape up. Teams are getting knocked out of rankings. Teams is moving up. The for real people, the for real teams, they're making their name known. The pretenders, they're getting called out right now. So, let's go ahead and jump into this weekend slate. We're gonna first start off real quick. We don't have to go too deep into it, but let's give a quick score prediction of what you expect from the Miami North Carolina game.
If them boys come back out pissed off like they supposed to be, hurt, they gonna put up some points. North Carolina gonna put up some points. Give me like 31-41. Miami loses in a heartbreaker. I ain't even no hater. So I want to feel like they're gonna squeeze it out and hold, but I'm just like, man, I don't know. But I either feel like I feel like I said, we got a great chance of winning. But like I said, not to get too deep, I expect both teams to score in the 30s, and if it's competitive, we either win by a touchdown or lose by a touchdown. That's what I got.
But I think that's where I'm at. I expect this is like we either win. This is what I think. I think we either win a close one or we get blown out. TVD shows up and has a big game, or Drake May throws for 500. So,
TVD gonna show up. I ain't gonna do that boy like that. That boy had one bad game. That boy gonna show up. Is the defense gonna do something? I think that's really what it comes down to. Who defense gonna get stops? I'm letting you know now. I'm gonna pick show tomorrow. I'm gonna take the over, and that's me being optimistic that
hey,
Miami.
hold the picks. Hold the picks. Let's say the picks for tomorrow. Say the
Okay.
picks for tomorrow. All right. Let's jump into. I think we've been quietly sleeping on Bama. We got Bama and Arkansas. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Bama right now.
Shit, not no more because I seen what the spread say. It's gonna be a good game, but Arkansas was a little bit better last year. You know what I'm saying? That's the coach out there, Pittman. Pittman. I just think that they got offensive line problems, just like a couple of other teams. One of their left guards is playing center, so that means somebody's been shuffling like a deck of cards, trying to figure out what worked. You know what I'm saying? What worked? Do this work? Do that work? I don't know how you want it. I know that Bama's defense, them boys have been showing up, and their defense has been keeping them in games, and they're able to run. If they can run, that gives Milroe time to throw. Last week, it was a pivotal play where the running back gave Milroe them extra 5 seconds to find that one receiver out there in the flats, and who y'all? You know what I'm saying? That boy went on ahead and had a touchdown. So I have no faith in Arkansas. I think, though, anytime somebody is wounded, I think Arkansas can be in the game maybe by halftime, but I think the second half is going to be Alabama.
All right, shit. We got Texas A&M at Tennessee. Texas A&M at Tennessee.
Jimbo. Boy. Oh, I think they might even have Tennessee favored in that game. Tennessee has been winning games without airing it out. These boys are a running team right now. They are a running team and they playing defense, which is crazy because you really had to watch them. They didn't look good at the beginning of the season, but they looking a little bit better now. I still think, though, after a loss, that Texas A&M comes out focused and wins that game. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that. I feel like after a loss, the team is a little bit more dangerous. And it was a heartbreaker because they really only lost by 7 points, a touchdown? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Are they playing in Tennessee?
Yeah, they're playing at Tennessee. What you think about your boy Milton? You weren't high on him at the beginning of the season.
I wasn't, but I
What's
feel
he
like
coming around a little bit?
he's dangerous, and I feel like he can make the throws if he has to. I feel like it's going to be a good game. I feel like it's going to be competitive. I'm thinking that everybody is leaning Tennessee, I don't know. I just think after that loss, Jimbo right now, like, look, I can't have no more losses. Okay, I done got 2 losses. I can't have no more. Therefore, I'm gonna go ahead and come out here and win. So I think it's a tough game. I think it's a hard fought game, but I think the talent of A&M and Jimbo's pressure is what, you know what I'm saying. But it's gonna be a hostile environment, boy. It's gonna be all orange, whole crowd, all orange and white. So hey, I don't like going against teams that are at home and are dangerous like that. But A&M gonna come to play. Good game though, good game.
If Jimbo loses this game, does Jimbo make it through this season?
He do that buyout $76 million. He ain't gonna pay that. They be talking like they big cash, but they're not paying that right now. I disbelieve they're not paying that. Jimbo got 3 losses in them this year though, so they still got to drop one more game. I just don't know if it's gonna be this game.
All right, a game that's not as big as it used to be because it's neither team is ranked, but Florida and South Carolina.
Florida is atrocious on the road. 1-7 under Billy Napier. Hey man, God, I do feel like this is a winnable game just because we know South Carolina don't got no offensive line. The defense gonna get tired. I feel like Florida can win this game, but it's gonna be a tight game because South Carolina know that they don't really want to throw. But they got ETN back there, right? ETN back there. I think that I feel like Florida grounds and pounds its way into a very tight victory. Might even only win by a field goal. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that South Carolina is gonna try to air it out. That should be a good game as well. But it's just like, man, but the Gators are a different team on the road. They're a different team. They're not the same team. It's hard for me to say, but Florida, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, they go ahead and show up because Billy Napier, the seat ain't hot, but it's getting real warm. It's getting real warm at the Swamp. So you know what I'm saying. Hopefully they find some magic and overwhelm. You know what I'm saying that, and their defense gonna keep them in the game too. So that's why I'm like, look, this is gonna be a low scoring game. Okay, I don't know what the line is at, but I see a low scoring slugfest. Good old SEC football.
Yeah, I see this. This is a game where I see it's going to be 17-14. Like touchdowns are going to come at a premium. Like nobody there, but neither team's offense can move the ball really. South Carolina has no offensive line. Florida has no quarterback. So ain't neither one of them looking good. So I think this is going to be an old fashioned SEC. Whatever defense can get a turnover here and there, who's end up pulling out the game.
I'm gonna get an edge to Florida.
Woo, it's at South Carolina. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get an edge to Florida on that one. Next up, we got the big game. The big game where we gonna see what's going on out west. We got Oregon at Washington. Who for real in this game? We got Bo Nix. We got Penix at Washington. High-powered offenses. What's gonna go down?
Well, first of all, Washington is the most exciting team right now in the nation. Like these boys really playing. They dropping touchdowns. They're not really trying to run too much, but they are gonna throw. And it's one of those situations where they're gonna throw it, but you can't stop it. So we're gonna keep throwing it. You know what I'm saying? They're decent on defense, not the best. Oregon right now looking like the most complete team, even though they ain't playing nobody, but they looking like the most complete team. Bo Nix looks like Auburn. Who I ain't never played at Auburn. I've always been out here, and I'm finna go out here and air it out. And their defense looks slightly a little bit better. I had got a little hot with Oregon when they was talking about Dion, but I realized that it was really just hot air. I felt like they took one clip and made it bigger. Real talk, I like Danny Lanning. I liked him when he was at Georgia. I feel like defensively, they're going to give a lot of looks. Last year, Washington was able to outscore this. You're not going to stop Washington, all right? These boys is not to be stopped. So I ain't really worried about that. I think it's really going to come about to whose defense shows up. I want to give the edge to Oregon, but I don't want to give them no big edge because it's like, okay, y'all supposed to be able to score, but people don't remember, man. I remember when Oregon went to play Texas Tech, that came down to like the last, and I'm like, Texas Tech don't got no defense. So everybody thinking Oregon, and I want to go Oregon too, but I'm like, man, nah, man, Washington, that might be the number one offense. You feel me? Statistically, I won't always follow statistics, but I feel like, they're both top 10 in offenses, but if that quarterback decides like, look, I'm gonna throw the game on my shoulders, they could win by a field goal. That game gonna be a tight game though. If Oregon gets the stops, they can win. But I do feel like they gotta play in Washington. I don't know. I like Washington by 3 points.
Okay. Um, USC at Notre Dame. It's a big game for both teams.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if it gets to an old style Western shootout, USC pulls, you know what I'm saying? USC wins that. You know what I'm saying? USC, real talk. Them boys is undefeated, but every time they win, they drop down in the polls mode. That shit is loose as hell. I say, God damn, boy.
I
How
mean,
y'all?
we go down 17-0 against Arizona, and you got to keep pulling out these squeakers. You up big against Colorado, you got to pull out these squeakers. The offense is high power, but that defense is looking real suspect.
I know, but if mark my words, Notre Dame can't run that ball, it's gonna be a long day. Where they playing at? Where they playing at?
They're playing at Notre Dame.
Oh, at Notre Dame. Sam Hartman, I ain't gonna lie, man. That boy is disappointing, boy. That boy is disappointing. He is disappointing everybody. We thought that this was the year Notre Dame, they got a quarterback. They done had everything else. Y'all must ain't know who their defensive coordinator was. They like to have 10 people on the field at the end of the game and lose. Man, look at here, man. If they can't run that ball, which they should be able to, if they don't run that ball, then USC wins. Right now, they thinking like, okay, this USC first loss. But I don't think, I just feel somewhere deep down that Lincoln Riley don't want to lose right now. He don't want to lose. And I feel like the defense don't have to play great for USC to win. I just feel like they got to get a couple key stops. Here's the other little metric, though. USC gets to the quarterback. It's just that they're not good about tackling him. If they could pressure Sam Hartman and make him win the game and shut down the run, USC wins this game in a shootout. And honestly, everybody like Notre Dame. See why? Because you know what I'm saying, USC doesn't have it. But I just feel like, is Notre Dame going to stop USC though?
No, but the thing is, I think it's going to turn into a shootout. USC cannot tackle on defense. That's their big problem that they got to address. But I mean, Caleb Williams, he's still the Heisman front runner right now. So until you prove it to him, like he's still the one that you got to take him down. If you can't take him down, then when you got somebody like that on your team, you always got a chance. So I expect it to be a shootout. I think Notre Dame has just been known to somehow lose these games. Somehow, some way, they end up losing these games. Whether it was the Bush push, having 10 men on the field against Ohio State, a game they should have had won. Like these games, like they just figure out a way to lose them. I mean, like you said, the defensive coordinator, you got Al Golden back there. Can't trust him. But yeah, let's move on. Holla at our player partner out there on the West, Tupac Shador and Prime. Colorado plays Stanford. What you looking at for that game?
Hey, they play. Who they play?
Stanford.
They garbage. Yeah. They're going to whoop their ass. They're going to whoop their ass real good. We're going to beat their ass. I'm going to have them on, so I'm going to do a pick 'em prediction on them. And, that's my team. They're my boys. Okay, they're my boys I can depend on with no team, no offensive line, no defensive line, 40 people in the transfer coming in, weighing, you know what I'm saying, heavyweight in the lightweight division. Yeah, they're gonna whoop their ass. I think Stanford is more garbage. All right. I think that they're worse than they are traditionally. And I don't think they have no offense. And you ain't got no offense and you can't stop nobody. Boy, it's gonna be looking like Massachusetts out there. Okay, you looking like Citadel out there, boy. You know what I'm saying? All of that. So yeah, they finna go in there with their ass. Nice Heisman performance, and you know what I'm saying. Yes, that's gonna be a good one. I think in that sense. I don't know about for Stanford, but it's gonna be a good game for Dion.
You had a game that you wanted to get to, HBCU game.
Tonight. We're gonna do it like a club appearance. Tonight. We got Benedict and we got Miles College. My dog went to Benedict. Shout out to Trav. Benedict is a team. I forget if it's 1AA or FCS. They don't play they play, I think, 1AA. I don't think they play in or is it Division 2? They're Division 2?
Okay, I think it might be Division 2.
Okay, so Division 2. Benedict has looked real good this year. They are undefeated. Their last game was a very, very tight game. I think it was against Miles. Really, really good game. But they showed really, mental toughness. And I think they're the team to beat in their division. I don't know too much about Fort Valley, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what the record is. Could you you know what I'm saying? Let me know what their record is.
Hold on, real quick.
I actually could have went to Fort Valley. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, you know what I'm saying? Fort Valley, Georgia. Either way, I'm gonna expect Benedict to go in there and whoop some ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I just
Oh,
Benedict.
Fort Valley 5-1 right now. They don't win
Okay,
5 in a row.
and I hear you, but I'm just letting y'all know how I feel. Benedict had a tight game, but other than that, Benedict been smoking people. Benedict been out here beating people 55 to this, 45 to this, 35 to this. Teams ain't even been scoring. Last game was their tightest game. I think that tradition comes out. I think, and I will let y'all know I'm saying this too because the spread is 17.5 points. So I'm like, no. They know something. They finna go in here and beat their ass. Okay, I think Mama said knock you out. That's what it's going to be. It's actually the HBCU game of the week, I believe, and that's going to be on ESPNU tonight. That should be a good game if you're trying to watch some HBCU football matchups. And I'm definitely going to cover some other games later, but that's going to be a good game for tonight.
I want to shout out to Howard. I did say last week they was going to cover against Northwestern, and they did. They ended up making it a tough game. I think Northwestern ended up winning by 3 points. Um,
Oh, shit.
yeah. Eden James at a little edge, Edgerrin James' son. Yo, he went out there and went off. He went out there and went
Oh,
off.
that's what Sam play for?
Yeah, as he plays for Howard. And that boy out there looking official, out there toting the rock. He had a 62-yard touchdown run.
Love it.
No, he was out there looking good. So shout out to Howard. Shout out to all the HBCUs that they're playing these these big schools. Some of them are Power 5, whatever the big schools. They ain't been out there looking bad. They've been out there just showing up. FAMU had a close loss to USF, where they actually should have won that game. Howard had a chance to beat Northwestern. So shout out to the HBCUs out there doing their thing right now.
That's what's up.
I think that's it for majority of the big games. There's some other games out there.
Couple little games. You got Syracuse and Florida State. Man, Syracuse got one loss and they've been getting dog. And shout out to Dino though, because every year when they are good, when I mean Syracuse good, I don't mean good like everybody else. I mean they're gonna whoop all small schools ass 66-0. Then they're gonna play big boy football and they're gonna come up to the little line there and they can get their ass whooped. So Florida State is next on the ass whooping campaign because I think they got 3 straight losses, right? And they got their ass whooped by Clemson. Mm-hmm. I forgot who they got their ass whooped by last week. Oh, North Carolina. So now Florida State, they run the whole on them boys. Ohio State got to play Purdue. Usually Purdue is a hard fought, but Purdue has not been this season. So Ohio State gonna pad that up. Michigan State got to play Rutgers. Michigan State is going to get their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Mel Tucker and that whole little situation. It's going to be transfer portal city out of there. So next year, them boys going to be even worse. You know what I'm saying? Right now, low key, I'm going to look at their record, but that might be who you want to bet against. Georgia got to play Vanderbilt. That sounds like a nice little gimme.
But they're not gonna cover because they're gonna play down. They're gonna play down the competition, and they're not going. They're not.
Oh, 31 points. Yeah, they probably ain't.
Well, whatever it is, they know when they play those teams like that, they're only gonna get up when they have to. And everybody else, they just gonna do barely enough to win, and that's just how they've been the whole season. That's why
they've been
as a bettor, you can't trust them. But I think they showed us last week. If you're just a fan. Like when it's time to go out there and the lights is on, they're gonna do what they need to do. Because people were doubting them, and people were just like, Georgia's starting to look like they're not the team to beat, and they went out there and and very humbly put the beat down, put the brakes to beat the brakes off of Kentucky real quick, real good too.
Yeah, they did.
Like I said, Brock Bowers is out there. To me, he's the best player in college football.
No, he gotta be.
He's just dominant. Excuse me. You don't see players dominant like him. I thought he should have went to the NFL last year.
Nah, them boy. You know what I like about certain teams, Georgia, USC. Their players are gonna come back. People think Caleb is just gonna leave. If he don't like who the number 1 team is drafting him and his daddy said they coming back. So listen, in the NIL is like, well, why go to a garbage team when I can stay here and make me a couple $100,000? You know what I'm saying? So There's another game. It's not a heralded game, but I think the SEC matchups are going to still be pretty good.
Mhm.
Auburn has to play LSU.
Yeah.
LSU is shootout city though. I will give Brian Kelly that. Boy, them boys win shootouts. Last week at Missouri, they won a shootout. Okay, I'm talking about Missouri is actually low key really, really good this year in the SEC. This might have been the best Missouri team that I've seen in a while. They only have one loss. Don't look out now, but Missouri only has one loss. So, you know what I'm saying? Right now, certain sides of the SEC are still up for grabs. So, I think that should be a good game, LSU and Auburn. They're going to lose, though, because Hugh Freeze and them boys can't throw for it down.
Can't
So,
throw.
you know what I'm
And they
saying?
got quarterback problems. So when you got
Yeah.
quarterback problems, yeah, it
But I
ain't.
do feel like Auburn, with Hugh Freeze has won every place he's been, and Liberty's still balling. So, when that boy get a quarterback, oh, he's going to be a problem. He's gonna be a problem. Hugh Freeze is gonna get Jimbo and Billy Napier fired. Okay, remember I told you that.
Hey, my upset pick of the week. North Carolina State beats Duke. Um,
That's
Duke.
how you feel about
I don't know if their quarterback,
Oh yeah, he's still hurt.
yeah. I see North Carolina State winning that game. North Carolina State is actually 4-2 right now. It's still fairly decent.
Did
Um,
you
they
did you
beat,
see him against Virginia though?
yeah. Huh?
I'm talking about Virginia, who lost to James Madison, took them boys down to the wire. And one thing I like about Duke, Duke plays hardcore defense. The first thing is first, you not finna score. We gonna figure out how to score. I love that. They have earned my respect. So I hear you, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like North Carolina gonna have to find a way to win. They also got a veteran quarterback too. I forgot what team that boy was at. What was that boy at? Was he at Virginia? I think he was at Virginia.
Yeah, I think it was at Virginia. He transferred.
Yeah. He done been there forever too.
Yeah, Armstrong. He actually beat Miami, I think. When Virginia beat Brennan Armstrong when they beat Miami, he was their quarterback at Virginia.
That's a goddamn shame. Michigan got a nice tune-up game against Indiana.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They gonna just boy. But that's all for the big. There ain't really nothing popping in the Big Ten until next week.
Yeah.
Next week, Penn State play Ohio State. And
Mm.
y'all know I hate me some Ohio State, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna have my imaginary Penn State gear all on, and this might be the year, man. Penn State really do it because you know they get blowed out every year. Them boys look
Yeah.
good, and
I
they
don't,
get blowed out.
I don't believe it. They'll make it close for a little bit, then Ohio State will open up on them. That's
Ohio
how I
State
know.
ain't got no quarterback for real, for real. I ain't gonna lie, Manny got that defense, man. They got a new defensive coordinator, Manny Diaz. Okay, Manny plays. Okay, Manny get the turnover, no turnover chain. Okay, them boys got the turnover. You feel me? I don't know Penn State, the Nittany Lions, but they got the turnover lion. Who knows? But
Yeah.
defense lights out though. Penn State literally beating up on people, and then they figure out how to score the second half. Okay, like they playing smash mouth football out there. I feel you. I don't believe them, but every year a team has a run. I feel like this one of them years for Penn State. I do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but
Hey,
you know,
hey, don't move off your feelings. Don't move off your feelings. Let's not.
feelings. Hey, you're right. You're right. I don't want to move my emotions, but I like money right now. You know what I'm saying? I like money. You know.
All right. Well, shit. I think we ran through the gambit of football. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be back tomorrow with some picks. You got your dog gonna hit you with them spreads, them overs, them unders, the money lines. You
For
know,
me,
if your lady need a new purse, need a new wig, she need a new lace front. You know what I'm saying?
hey,
You need a
don't
new
take my too.
alternator.
Last week, your ass would have been ass stop, but this week I got you. I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring it on back. Okay, bring it on back. I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. You know, you out there, you trying to get them 24s, you know, you got them 10s now. You keep them clean, but trying to move up. So, you know, we'll be checking in with them picks. Got everything on the line for you. Make sure, as always, you like, subscribe, and share, you know, so we can stay bringing you this real spill from the bottom of the map.
From the bottom of the map.
We gone.
Joe gone.